Hi everyone, this is Karen Hightower. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to share a fun card project with you, and I can't wait to get started. So let me show you what I have. I have some Gina K Designs layering weight, some black Onyx cardstock, Turquoise Sea, and then I have 2 pieces of Bristol Smooth cardstock. I use that with my Zig Clean color markers, but we're going to be using our dye inks today. So I have some inks here from Gina K Designs. I have the new amalgam ink. This is the obsidian, which is the blackest of the black. I have red velvet, wild dandelion, fresh asparagus, coral reef, sweet mango. I do have some turquoise sea and honey mustard. I have some other ones nearby that I may use, and I may not use all of these. We'll see as we go. I do have a stamp set here. I have skeleton leaves. I also have the Simple Things and Autumn Wishes. Now you can pull out any leaves from any of your stamp sets and do this. It's really fun. I really like this leaf here. I like all the leaves, but I'll probably use this one and maybe this one and this one. But I also pulled out this because I love these leaves too. They're all beautiful. Okay, so we're going to start with this leaf here. I have a water brush. Okay, so I'm going to grab some fresh asparagus, and I'm just going to ink up just a little part of this, and then I'm going to use some of my wild dandelion and some sweet mango, and you can use, you know, 1 color, 2, you can use 5, however many you want to use. It's up to you. And I'm just going to put a little bit of the coral reef here on the end. Okay, and so then you're going to take and you're going to stamp it. And after you stamp it, then you're just going to take your water brush and you're going to get the, oh well, this one's really putting out the water. And you're just going to get your ink moving. And I'm wiping off the excess ink on a paper towel over on the side because I don't want to just keep going because I don't want it to kind of look muddy. So I'll wipe off colors as I go. So I'm going to grab this one from the Autumn Wishes stamp set. There we go. And then we're going to do the same thing with this. We're just going to blend out the color. Just get some of that ink moving around. And this is a great way to have another way to use your dye inks. Okay. Now let's add some red velvet to this one. And I'll put yellow in the middle. And then we'll blend this out. And see, I did the yellow and green, and then I wiped my brush off before I went into the red. We're doing red velvet, and sweet mango, and just a touch of green on the end. So I'm just going to keep doing this all over this page until I get all the images down that I want to use. And see, I have red here, red here. I want to add some like yellow and green to this area. So that's what I'll do with this one. When you're adding colors on your leaves, if you've put down red and then you go with a yellow and you feel like you've touched the red, just wipe it off on scratch paper. Just kind of tap it off. That way if you cross-contaminated it, it won't be ruined. So that's all I'm going to do on that. So we can finish this up. It's just another fun way to use your dye inks. So I'm going to put the pumpkin down. And this I'm going to ink up in Turquoise Sea. And I'm going to do my leaves in Jelly Bean Green for the first round. I'll show you what I mean by the first round. So I've got those colored, and then I'm going to blend this Turquoise Sea pumpkin. And then I'm going to grab the fresh asparagus, and I'm going to just add just a little bit to the leaves. Just to give them another color and to make them a little darker. Okay, then I'm going to go back with my Turquoise Sea, and I'm going to stamp this pumpkin again. So this way the wash gave it some color, so it's not just white, but then we get the detail back. Okay, so we're going to stamp our greeting, Autumn Wishes, over here. So I want to encourage you to pull out your fall leaves or pumpkins or whatever images you have for the fall, and pull them out and try doing this. It's really a fun technique to do. So I cut this down to 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. Okay, so we have that done. Let's cut down our greeting. And I don't want our pumpkin just look like it's floating there. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to grab that Waterbrush. So I'm going to squeeze some extra water out. Mix with the honey mustard. And I'm going to go up under my pumpkin. We have a little bit of moonlit fog, and we're just going to add a little bit of a dark shadow under where our pumpkin's sitting. That way it don't look like it's floating in space, and it's anchored to the table or ground or whatever it's sitting on. I'm going to clean off this block, and we're going to do some splatters on this panel here to tie in the blue with this. So I'm going to take my Turquoise Sea, and I'm going to smush it on here really good. Okay. And then I'm going to take some water from my water brush. Okay, I got my re-inker. I added too much water to that, and I want it to be a little darker. So I'm going to add a drop there. See if we can get this mixed in. Be darker. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to put this down, and you can flick like this, or you can grab a bunch of it and you can tap. Whatever works best for you. You can use your finger. I'm just going to pat it on off the leaves. If you don't want it on the leaves, you can mask your leaves off with masking paper, but it didn't really matter to me on this, so I just wanted to bring in some extra color. So we'll use some foam squares. I have the black ones handy. I love these foam squares. And the backs are really easy to get off. You can use your finger. I always press them down, but you can take and just pull up like from the edge up, and they come off really well. So all I'm doing is putting my fingernail down against the cardstock and then pulling up. So that way, if you have tweezers, you can take and bend the corner up, and the foam square will go back down, but the paper will stay bent. So that's another quick way to get them off. Okay, this panel's been cut to 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. So to tie that Turquoise Sea all together, and then we will pop this up. I do have some little black pearls here that I will add. You can see where I got a little blue dot, so I will cover that up. So to dress the inside of your card up, this is what we're going to do. We're going to take a piece of black Onyx and a piece of white layering weight. And again, I'll put the measurements below the video. See, it's crooked. I love this dot runner from Gina K Designs, because you do have a moment to redo, realign, readjust without tearing up your paper. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to let's add some water. Okay, and I'm just going to do a little sprinkle on that. For the inside, I want to decorate it up a little bit. So on this one, I'm going to use a little bit of Turquoise Sea, just for something different. And we're going to use a little coral reef. Except for I'm not going to use the water. And I'm just using my finger to pat out that line where they come together. That way I don't have any harsh lines. Okay. And then I'm going to huff on it to make sure it's activated. And then we're going to stamp it down here. There we go. So the inside is decorated, and then I'll stamp my name on the back. So that, my friends, is the finished card project. Now this is doing it with the dye inks, and here's one I did using distress inks. But I really like the brightness of the yellow and the way this one turned out. Thank you so much for watching. You have a great day. Please subscribe to my channel, and you can follow me at karenscreativedesigns.com or over on Instagram under Karen Hightower. No space. Anyway, y'all have a great day. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.